History and development of Islam in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, the most populous country in the world, Islam continues to spread. Now, 6 mosques are the centers of Islamic activities for Muslims on the island, that is now part of the People's Republic of China. Hidden in a quiet lane in Hong Kong, the Amar Mosque and Osman Ramju Sadiq Islamic Center are like another world, separated from a number of bars not far away in the Wan Chai district. The white mosque with a pastel green dome is in the middle of other buildings. If it were not named, many people might think it was an ordinary building. In the mosque's foyer, Imam Uthman Yang Xing Ben greeted the congregation in Arabic. The congregation began to arrive to wait for the time for the Maghrib prayer. Meanwhile, on the walls of the mosque there are mosaics depicting the Grand Mosque and the Kaaba. Uthman is one of only 2 imams or Islamic leaders in Hong Kong who speak Chinese. He recently published a book entitled Understanding Islam. This is the main Chinese-language book on Islam, explaining the monotheism, religious practices, and history of Muslims in Hong Kong. Muslims have lived in Hong Kong since the beginning of the British colonial era in 1841. They were mainly soldiers of the British Empire who came from the Indian subcontinent. But there were also traders. Muslims from China mainland first arrived in Hong Kong in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. They came from the southern coastal areas of China, where they had lived for centuries before. They established their community around the Wan Chai district. The former British colony now has 6 mosques and Islamic development centers. 5 of them are on Hong Kong Island, and the other one is on the Kowloon Peninsula. One of them is the Jamiath Mosque located on Shelley Street. The mosque was first built in 1890, and then rebuilt in 1905. It is the oldest mosque in Hong Kong, and is one of the city's historical assets. The mosque still stands today, surrounded by towering buildings in the upper-middle-class neighborhood. To accommodate the growing number of Muslims in Hong Kong, a second mosque was opened at Victoria Harbour on Nathan Road in 1984. It was named Kowloon Mosque and Kowloon Islamic Center. The Kowloon Mosque is currently the largest mosque in Hong Kong, accommodating about 3,500 worshippers. The third largest mosque is the Amar Mosque and the Osman Ramju Sadiq Islamic Center, where Uthman dedicated his life to preaching and being an imam. The mosque was opened in 1981 on Oi Kwan Road, and can accommodate 700 to 1,500 worshippers. It is named after Sadiq, in memory of a Chinese Muslim and architect who funded and designed the mosque. There are also mosques at the Cape Collinson Muslim Cemetery, the Stanley Mosque, and the Ibrahim Mosque. According to the 2016 census, Islam is practiced by 4.1% of Hong Kong's population, or about 300,000 people. Of these, 50,000 are native Chinese, 150,000 are Indonesians who mostly work as household servants, and 30,000 are from Pakistan. The rest come from other parts of the world. The majority of Muslims in Hong Kong are Sunni. About 12,000 Muslim families in Hong Kong are Chinese, or of mixed Chinese and Pakistani or Bangladeshi descent, who are descendants of early Muslim immigrants from South Asia. They took local wives, and raised their children as Muslims. Hui Muslims from China mainland also played a role in the development of Islam in Hong Kong, such as Qasim Tuat from Guangzhou, one of the pioneers of Muslim education in the city, which was named the Islamic Qasim Tuat Memorial College. Until now, it is not known for sure how the native Muslim community of Hong Kong was formed. However, the existence of the Muslim community in Hong Kong has become clear since Hong Kong was under British rule in the mid-19th century. The British brought their Muslim soldiers from India. With them came their Islamic attributes. After that, the number of Muslims increased in Hong Kong, so that a Muslim community was formed. Seeing this, the Hong Kong government, which was still under British rule at that time, then allocated land for this Muslim community to build mosques and cemeteries. Along with the population growth now, the number of Islamic organizations and halal restaurants in Hong Kong continues to grow. Uthman is also in charge of certifying all restaurants, and even five-star hotels. Before this, Disneyland and Ocean Park did not serve halal food, but now they do, as does Cathay Pacific Catering Service, he said. Imam Uthman Yang Xing Ben is from Taiyuan, Shandong Province, East China. He followed in the path of his father, who was also an imam. After about a year of bureaucratic hurdles, Uthman finally arrived in Hong Kong, and began learning the local Cantonese dialect. He wrote the book Understanding Islam, because he could not find comprehensive books on the religion in Chinese. I want to help non-Muslims understand Islam and the Muslim way of life, he said. Uthman said Islam is a comprehensive religion, and unlike other faiths, it touches every part of a Muslim's life. When you are a Muslim, you have to eat halal food, and the women wear the hijab. You pray 5 times a day. Buddhists, they burn incense and pray, and Christians go to church and pray, but after that, they eat all they want. Muslims, on the other hand, do not eat pork, he said. In Islam there is only one creator, which is Allah. Muhammad is the messenger. There is no other prophet after him. Christians believe that Jesus is the Son of God, but we do not believe that God has a son, he added. Personal hygiene is an important part of Islam. According to Uthman, his book contains illustrations and shows how believers clean their faces, hands, and feet before praying. To help the preaching movement and the interests of Muslims in Hong Kong, several Muslim organizations have been established. The largest is the Islamic Union of Hong Kong, which is headquartered at the Amar Mosque. This organization is active in the humanitarian field. There is also the Islamic Cultural Association, Hong Kong, which was established in 2009, the Hong Kong Islamic Youth Association which was established in 1973, the Hong Kong Chinese Islamic Federation, and others. There are also 2 Muslim cemeteries in Hong Kong. First, the Chai Wan Muslim Cemetery or the Cape Collinson Muslim Cemetery. This cemetery was established in 1963 with the characteristic of the surrounding lush green mountains and the Chai Wan Mosque. The other is the Happy Valley Muslim Cemetery, located in Happy Valley. According to official data, the first burial in the cemetery was carried out in 1828. Hopefully Islamic preaching will continue to develop in Hong Kong, and Muslims there will become more prominent in all field of life.
أن محمدا عبده ورسوله